Yo, what is up, you guys? It's your boy American Gamer Darrell back again. In this video, we're going to be going through the rotation of the Hunter Ranger that I use. If you guys saw my last video, I showed you my build and my layout of all the powers that I use, the feats, boons, companions, mount, insignias, etc. And in this video, I will be showing you guys what rotation I use on a daily basis. And one of the rotations that I use if I ever think the group that I'm with is in trouble. So first up, I use Cordon of Arrows. Usually I try to get it in the center of all the enemies that I'm fighting. So I'll put it, and then I'll use my Hindering Strike, which is my B. And then I'll use my Constricting Arrow. And then once I finish using my Constricting Arrow, I switch over to melee, my melee stance, and I use what's this called? What's this power called? I use my Plant Growth, and then I go into my Hindering Strike, and then to finish it off, I go into my Steel Breeze. So it basically looks like this: Plant Growth, like that, and then I back off. And basically by this time my action points would probably be back by the time, so I'll use that and then basically just do the rotation all over again. So let's take a look at it all together. And then I would shoot a little, use my RT and LT if my powers aren't cooled down yet, and then we start it all the way over again, and we continue this rotation until the target is dead. And as you can see, I get my AP back pretty quick, so AP gain is not a problem. And as you can tell, it's also hitting everything on the right side of me. Yeah, I switch, and depending on what situation I'm in, I either use Seismic Shot over and over again, or I use Forest Ghost, or I just switch them up in between. Like, it doesn't really matter which one you want to choose, just it's up to you. The things that I use if I think my team is in trouble, or if I think staying alive is a problem, is that I switch my Constricting Arrow with Long Strider Shot, and I also switch my hindering Shot with Fox's Cunning, and basically do the same rotation, my XBY. So I would use my X, then use Fox's Cunning, Long Striders, and then go in, and then hit them with this, and then back off. Start over. Try to be far enough so you can proc Long Strider Shot, run in, use Fox's Cunning, and then use the stab and back off. And I only use this if I believe my team is in trouble, or I don't feel as if we're doing enough damage. So I try to increase the damage by giving everyone buffs and debuffs, because that stab does bleed damage, and so long as everyone attacks the enemy that I stabbed, they will continue to bleed damage. And Long Strider Shot, if you watch my last video, will increase damage and also increase your run speed. But yeah, those are the powers that I use every now and then if I believe my team is in trouble, or if I just don't feel comfortable with who I'm running with. I can also show you the difference between. So as you can see, I do about 11 damage just using my RT, 11,000 damage just using my RT. Let's actually take my companion away for right now so I can show you guys the difference in Crushing Roots and Seeker's Vengeance. So let's see. So the first hit I did was about 7,000 damage. So let's switch back to my crushing roots. Oops, didn't mean to do that. One thing, guys, you always want to be running Aspect of the Serpent, always. So as you go back, you see I did about 5,000 damage just from using RT and being behind the dummy, the practice dummy. And as I go back to Seeker's Vengeance, I get that 7,000 critical strike again. So yeah, that about wraps it up. That about does it for my rotation that I use on the daily. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, and don't forget, be all American. Peace.